Good morning and welcome back to the American Muscle Car Museum here in beautiful, sunny, and getting pretty hot Melbourne, Florida. Today out of the museum we have out for you a 2003 Chevrolet Avalanche Z71. Our owner Mark had several of these in the 2000s and picked this one up recently with only 6,800 original miles. The Avalanche was built from 2002 to 2013. They had two different generations. This is a second year, first generation example. This has less body cladding than the initial cars. They really had a lot of issues with those. The black plastic that you see around here, well, there's a lot of it. There's a lot more of it on the first year cars, and they had a lot of issues with it kind of getting gray and aging pretty poorly. Under the hood for the 03 Avalanche, we have a 5.3 liter V8 Vortec engine. These would have been rated at 285 horsepower, 325 foot-pounds of torque. They also had a 2500 version of the Avalanche, and those are really hard to find now, and they get a big premium in the used market. They are powered by an 8.1 liter engine. With the 8.1, power would jump from 285 to 340 horse, but more importantly, the torque would jump to 455 foot-pounds, with the tow rating going up to 12,000 pounds. So those 2500 Avalanches are definitely a more substantial setup. These 5.3 liter examples were rated at 14 city and 18 highway, so not the thirstiest, but pretty decent for the period. The biggest selling point for the Avalanche was their converted cab system. There were a couple of different SUVs at the time that offered four traditional opening doors like the Ford Explorer Sport Track, but they didn't have a real full bed on the back of them like this could have. The way the converted cab setup worked with these is the back seats you would fold down the lower part of the back midgate there, and take out the rear glass. This would make a giant opening in the back of the cabin that would take the 5'3" bed and make it to over 8 feet if you added in what you could now use inside the cabin. Another big part of the Avalanche was the converting tailgate with these cover panels, but it also had these little side compartments here which were lockable, and you could really get a lot of stuff in here. They were really deep. Tailgate works as normal, but then there's these covered panels here. There's 3 of them, and they come apart along with the midgate to form a large 8-foot bed. This unique architecture was used in the Cadillac Escalade EXT, which was kind of an upmarket version of this. So while a competitor, the price points were definitely a bit different. And GM also had the GMC Envoy XUV, which, while not a direct competitor, was an SUV that featured this midgate architecture. Now those are probably all long forgotten, but at the time it was pretty unique and certainly a good selling point for that SUV. On the inside, it's pretty typical GM fare. Everything's laid out kind of where you expect it to be. It's got big gauges, big buttons, big knobs, really simple to use. The shifter is up on the console. This being a Z71 is really well optioned with the leather seats, power windows, power locks, air conditioning, everything you'd expect from an Avalanche of this vintage. This particular example is the second Avalanche to join the collection. It's got 6,800 miles from new, and Ryan just went through it front to back, changed all the fluids. It's in outstanding condition. He also went through and did this plastic trim restore that you see here. Normally this is probably one of the worst aspects of an Avalanche is the GM mid-2000s plastic, but here it looks as good as it probably ever has. He did a nice job on that. For more on this and all the other cars in the museum, please head over to our website at AmericanMuscleCarMuseum.com. Check out our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and we hope to see you at our events when we pick back up in the fall. Thanks for watching.